Roundtable's waiting for you. Spin that dial, grab your mic, MC. Another Tuesday feeling just right. GD from Coast, we're tuning in, MC. At W5KB, let's begin. Whether you're a novice or extra class, there's a place for you, come join the blast. Building bridges from shack to shack. Ham radio family, we got your back. It's the best ham show on earth. Amateur radio roundtable full of work. Tune in 8 p.m. Tuesday night at W5KUP.com. It's outside URP to satellites in flight. Tom's got you covered, he's bringing the light. Come on now, don't miss the view. The roundtable's waiting for you. Glenn KW5GP breaks it down so clean. Mesh networks and tech dream scene. Building the future one note at a time. Explaining it easy like a nursery rhyme. Then Brett WY7BG hits the stream. With hamfest treasures a pitcher's dream. Radios, gadgets, vintage and new. Showing off the finds that make us drool. It's the best ham show on earth. Amateur radio roundtable full of work. Tune in 8 p.m. Tuesday night at W5KUP.com. It's outside URP to satellites in flight. Tom's got you covered, he's bringing the light. Come on now, don't miss the view. The roundtable's waiting for you. The roundtable's waiting for you. Questions fly, the chat lights up. Stories shared over coffee cups and laughs and lessons on the air. Tuesday nights we're all there. It's the best ham show on earth. Amateur radio roundtable, know your worth. Tune in, chat, learn and play. We're live at W5KUB.com every Tuesday. Yeah, Tom and all of you who are making ham dreams come true. See you Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central at W5KUB.com. Roundtable's waiting for you. do. CQ on the air tonight. The roundtable's lit and the signal's tight. Static fades, I twist the knob, the shack comes alive, this is my job. LEDs glow, antennas high, another night beneath the sky. I'm calling out, hear that tone, across the globe, I'm not alone. The net's alive and I'm checking in, let the conversation begin. More at the amateur radio roundtable. We're all plugged in, solid and stable. W5QB's calling loud and proud, spinning stories through the static cloud. From KW5GP to 2MUY7BG, we're working the bands wild and free.
Hello out there to everybody. Test is my mic is working. Okay. Hello out there to everybody tonight. This is November 11th, and this is the Amateur Radio Roundtable. The show hadn't started yet. We're going to start in about 20 minutes, but we've got a little promo music running, and just wanted to say hello to those checking in the chat room. I see Mark P out there, John out there, KC7 DRI's in there. Who else is in there? Gotta have more than that in there. Man, I don't see many people in the chat room tonight. What's going on here? Oh well. All right, okay. Well, listen, hey, if you're out there on WBCQ on 7490 kilohertz on shortwave, we're glad you're with us tonight. This is the Amateur Radio Roundtable. We'll be starting the show here in about 20 minutes. It's about ham radio, amateur radio, and shortwave. If you tuned in or downloaded a podcast and you got music, it's just pre-show music, if you will. Just fast forward about 20 minutes in and you'll see where the show starts. We usually use this time to set up and everything, and it's a good time to say hello to everybody out there before the show starts. Hey, tonight we're going to have Veterans Day pictures. We're going to have shack pictures. Glenn has just come from the nixa hamfest in Missouri. We'll be seeing that. Might play around a little with ChatGPT. I want to talk to you about a tuned transmission line trap, or a resonant feed line dipole, if you've ever heard of it. So that's some of the things we'll be talking about tonight.
Ham radio family, we got your back. It's the best ham show on earth. Amateur Radio Roundtable, full of worth. Tune in 8 p.m. Tuesday nights at W5KUB.com. It's out of sight from QRP to satellites in flight. Tom's got you covered, he's bringing the light. Come on now, don't miss the view. The roundtable's waiting for you. Plain KW5GP breaks it down so clean. MC networks and tech dream scene. GE and PD drilled in the future, one note at a time, explaining it easy like a nursery rhyme. And then Brett WY7BG hits the stream with hamfest treasures, a picker's dream. Radios, gadgets, vintage and new, showing off the finds that make us drool. It's the best ham show on earth. Amateur Radio Roundtable, full of worth. Tune in 8 p.m. Tuesday nights at W5KUB.com. It's out of sight from QRP to satellites in flight. Tom's got you covered, he's bringing the light. Come on now, don't miss the view. The roundtable's waiting for you. Questions fly, the chat lights up. Stories shared over coffee cups. Laughs and lessons on the air. Tuesday nights, we're all there. It's the best ham show on earth. Amateur Radio Roundtable, know your worth. Tune in, chat, learn and play. We're live at W5KUB.com every Tuesday. Glenn, Pat, Tom, and all of you, we're making ham dreams W5KUB.com. Questions fly, the chat lights up, stories shared over coffee cups. Laughs and lessons on the air, Tuesday nights, we're all there. It's the best ham show on earth, amateur radio roundtable, know your worth. Tune in, chat, learn and play. We're live at W5KUB.com every Tuesday. Glenn, Brett, Tom and all of you, we're making ham dreams come true. To Radio Roundtable, know your worth.
CQ on the air tonight. Roundtable's lit and the signal's tight. But static fades, I twist the knob, the shack comes alive, this is my job. LEDs glow, antennas high, another night beneath the sky. I'm calling out, hear that tone, across the globe, I'm not alone. The net's alive and I'm checking in, let the conversation
Hello to
begin.
John, AC8X. To you.
We're all plugged in, solid and stable. W5QB's calling loud and proud, spinning stories through the static cloud. From KW5GP to 2MUI7BG, we're working the bands wild and free.
Where is everybody tonight? The chat room is low. Our co-hosts aren't here.
Glenn's got mods on a breadboard base. Brett's breaking news from a distant place. Tom's at the helm like a seasoned vet, streaming it live on the internet. Antennas swing, the skip is long. We're singing the ham radio song. Spin that dial, let's catch some heat. 40 meters never felt so sweet. Oh, at the amateur radio roundtable, with coax lines and power cables. Dawn's editions, QSLs, we got more ham than a southern belle. From KW5GP to DuoMUI7BG, we're working the world wild and free.
The weather actually predicted some snow flurries last night for here.
Whoa, CQ out.
I've got about 3.5 inches of leaves.
Stories strong and signals stable. So key it up and call your name in this wild RF Hall of Fame. From KW5GP to you and me, we're hemming hard. 7-3. CQ out. Got the dial set, coffee in my hand, MC. Signals in the air from across the land. A shack, a screen, and a vibe so right. We're going live again this Tuesday night. It's not just static, it's a call sign wave, where legends hang and the airwaves blaze. Hit the stream, yeah, don't be late. The round table's rolling, it's gonna be great. It's the best ham radio show online. Amateur radio roundtable every time. Tom W5KUB keeps the stream alive. With hams worldwide, we're feeling the vibe. With Glenn KW5GP,
You're listening to Amateur Radio Roundtable, shortwave, amateur radio, and what else? Electronics, I guess. That's the things we talk about here. We'll be starting the show in about 15 minutes. If you're out there listening on international shortwave, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email to tom@w5kub.com. Let us know where you are and how you're hearing the show tonight.
It's the best ham radio show online. Amateur radio.
That's the Roundtable Band. The Roundtable Band.
With hams worldwide, we're feeling the vibe. With Glenn KW5GP breaking it down, building gear and wearing that crown. And Brett WY7BG shouting clear, coming strong from ear to ear.
That's me playing the drums on that song.
Yeah, he's part of the light, so tune in every Tuesday night. Turn it on, let it play. From the heart of the hobby, night or day. Voices rising in the air. We're connected everywhere. It's the best ham radio show online. Amateur Radio Roundtable, real time. From Tom, Glenn, Brett to Mark P. They're the crew you want on your screen to see. So hit that stream and lock it tight. W5KUB.com. Tuesday night. CQ on the air tonight. Where Roundtable's lit and the signal's tight. Per static fades, I twist the knob. The shack comes alive, this is my job. LEDs glow, antennas high. Another night beneath the sky. I'm calling out, hear that tone. Across the globe, I'm not alone. The net's alive and I'm checking in. Let the conversation begin. We're at the Amateur Radio Roundtable. We're all plugged in, solid and stable. W5KUB's calling loud and proud. Spinning stories through the static cloud. From KW5GP to WI7BG. We're rocking the bands wild and free. Hey, Glenn's got mods on a breadboard base. Brett's breaking news from a distant place. Tom's at the helm like a seasoned vet, streaming it live on the internet. Antenna swing, the skip is long. We're singing the ham radio song. Spin that dial, let's catch some heat. 40 meters never felt so sweet. But at the Amateur Radio Roundtable, with coax lines and power cables, Deeks, Patricians, QSLs, we got more ham than a Southern Belle. From KW5GP to WI7BG, we're working the world wild and free. Well, yeah, rockin' worldwide. Mic in hand and a call sign, pride. Oh, yeah, the Amateur Radio Roundtable. Story strong and signal stable. So key it up and call your name in this wild RF Hall of Fame. From KW5GP to you and me. We're having hard 7 and 3. CQ out.
All right, you guys want to see what took my voice away for about 5 weeks? Let's see if I can show you here. Let me see here.
The shack comes alive, this is my job. LEDs glow, antennas high. Another night beneath the sky. I'm calling out, hear that tone.
There we go. There we go.
I'm not alone.
There, you can see it right there.
And I'm checking in.
I think we got
Conversation begins.
we got 4 or 8 screws in here. I don't know. I don't know how many put in here.
Inside and stable. W5KUB's calling loud and proud. Spinning stories through the static cloud. From KW5GP to you and me. 7BG. We're rocking the bands. Wild and free. Glenn's got mods on a breadboard base. Brett's breaking news from a distant place. Tom's at the helm like a seasoned vet, streaming it live on the internet. Antenna swing, the skip is long. We're singing the ham radio song. Spin that dial, let's catch some heat. 40 meters
do.
never felt so sweet. Oh, at the amateur radio roundtable with coax lines and power cables. The expeditions, QSLs, we've got more ham than a southern belle. From KW5GP to you and me, 7BG. We're working the world wild and free.
Oh, then you have to shoot things up.
Ah, there we go. Let's see if we can get you in here. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can work some of the stuff here. There you go. Are you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
All right. Perfect. Good. Cool. I don't know where Glenn is. He's gonna get a demerit or two.
So, when was his prostate surgery scheduled? Or he
Oh.
already had it?
Oh, you know. Well,
Did he? I thought maybe he already had it.
maybe. Well, he had a hamfest this weekend. He went to.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to have it done like on a Friday or something. Maybe it's this coming Friday. I don't know. Well, I've got pictures that he sent. So if he doesn't make it, we will still continue. So tonight, let's see, several things. Don't know how much time. We've got Veterans Day pictures. We usually do every year. Don't have very many, just a few. We got a few shack pictures. We got a bunch of pictures from the hamfest that Glenn went to. I'm going to talk about an antenna I tried to build. It's a tuned transmission line trap, or maybe called a resonant feed line dipole, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
And I've got some funny things going on around here. And so, man, the last couple months, I've jumped all around on different antennas and matching and tuning, and just made a decision to do something different the past couple of days.
Yeah.
I've got several antennas out here, but some of them I never used. Ah, wait a minute. Oh, that was you. That's you. Thought that was Glenn that came in. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Looking to see if my images come through okay.
I'm trying to see what it is. What'd it be?
These are called lever nuts, and they come in real handy for any sort of electronics or electrical work.
Oh, do they for splicing wires? Is that what they're for?
They're wire connectors, yeah.
Wire connectors? Yeah. Okay, cool.
And I've been working a lot with them this week, and learning a lot about what they can do and can't do.
Yeah.
And I've also discovered that some hams are doing some interesting projects with them. This is an eBay item.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that somewhere. Cool.
Yep, and the problem with this is that it doesn't, it's not actually specified to carry the full load.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I also went to the Tech Connect event this last weekend, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. All right. Hang on one second.
There we are.
Yeah. Hey.
Bob Sherwood was there.
Hey, Guido. Yeah, Guido. That thing I wanted you to do with Glenn. Go ahead and cancel it. He made the show. So we won't worry about this week. Maybe next week. I'll let you know. All right. Thanks, Guido. All right. I'm back. I had to take care of. I had an important call I had to take.
Yeah. And then there's this going on, which I want to mention at some point. I don't know when would be
What is that? What do you got?
Let's see if I can get the image up there.
Do I have audio now?
You do.
Oh my God, I do. Amazing.
Here we are.
Series 30 SSTV. Okay. All right. That'd be cool.
They're going to be doing SSTV off of the ISS.
Yeah. The ISS runs SSTV pretty often, I think.
Once every couple of months they do an event, and this is going to be a long one. It's going all the way from the 12th to the 20th, and they're going to be doing a lot of scouting pictures, and they're also going to be interrupting the SSTV to do some conversations between the astronauts and scouts.
Okay, that'd be cool.
And and I'm going to be trying, for the first time, I'm going to be trying a tape measure Yagi to see whether it gives me better results contacting the ISS, or at least getting the SSTV images clearly. Because, my regular antenna gets a lot of noise.
Yeah, I think it'll give you an advantage. Plus, it's easier to turn the polarity. When between vertical and horizontal, or in between by rotating it. That's a lot easier than the handy talkie and trying to turn it and everything.
Yeah.
Plus, you'll have a little bit more gain too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what polarization turns out to be best, or if you even know what polarization it'll come in at by the time it gets to you.
Well, it changes. You can have them just full quadding and holding that antenna in one position, and then a few minutes later they start fading, and you can rotate that antenna to a different spot, different polarity, and they'll come in strong again. So I think it just changes for some reason, and particularly HF. People talk about HF. Do you use horizontal or do you use vertical polarization? And I think by the time that thing bounces off the atmosphere and in the Earth a couple of times, it probably changes polarity a couple times, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I
What happened? Glenn, did you do that?
haven't found that it.
Glenn, are you doing that?
No.
I just wrote. Yeah. Okay.
I think.
Yeah, both
All
of
right.
us froze.
Yeah, you didn't come through very good. You froze a couple times.
Yeah, but you did not on my end. So it was Brett.
All right, what's going on here?
And my up.
Well, Brett, what do you think about
I'm
Glenn
here.
that time?
I'm here.
Yeah. The room is saying what I'm seeing, which is Brett and I froze, but you did not.
Yeah. Well, that's mainly because I upgraded to Windows 8.
Windows 8 your PC?
What's the what? What?
Windows 8 your PC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we got 8
Windows
o'clock.
8.
We're gonna start here. Brett, did you have anything specific to talk about?
Well, again,
That,
you know,
that you talking about those connectors and things, or?
yeah, I wanted to talk about them because it's interesting what hams are doing with them.
Okay. All right. Good. Good. And Glenn,
Tom, did you get those pictures?
we got the pictures here. I can cycle through those, and we'll talk about them. So tonight, Veterans Day. I got a few veterans pictures. Every year we usually get quite a few. This year we only got a few. We only got a few shack pictures. We got the nixa hamfest. We got several things I've got here to talk about. But okay, let's see what we can do here. See if we can get started. Okay. All right, if you're listening out there on shortwave, we're ready to get this show started here.
CQ on the air tonight. Well, Roundtable's lit and the signal's tight. Per static fades, I twist the knob. The shack comes alive, this is my job. LEDs glow, antennas high. Another night beneath the sky. I'm calling out, hear that tone. Across the globe, I'm not alone. The net's alive and I'm checking in. Let the conversation begin. We're at the amateur radio roundtable. We're all plugged in, solid and stable. W5KUB's calling loud and proud. Spinning stories through the static cloud. From KW5GP to WI7BG. We're rocking the bands wild and free. Hey, Glenn's got mods on a breadboard base. Brett's breaking news from a distant place. Tom's at the helm like a seasoned vet, streaming it live on the internet.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. That's enough of our intro there, but welcome to Amateur Radio Roundtable. Amateur Radio Roundtable is a show about ham radio, amateur radio, electronics, shortwave, all things like that. If you're out there listening on shortwave, you can always tune in into our show. It's every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. You can find us just simply by going to w5kub.com. And you can tune in and watch the show, and you can even join us in our chat room. But we're still glad you're listening with us out there on our world-famous shortwave station, WBCQ, out of Monticello, Maine, up on the U.S. and the Canadian border. If you're watching, hey, tonight we were doing something a little different. We're on Twitch TV, X.com, Facebook, and YouTube. And I had us on Instagram. But I don't know. Something was kind of messed up, so I don't know. But anyway, we're trying out different things here. So we're on 4 different social media platforms tonight, streaming live video, and you should be able to tune us in anywhere there. Just search for W5KUB. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, if you have a subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a whole lot. It helps us to get the word out about the show to other people that are looking for similar type content. So please do that. It helps us. Hit the subscribe. Hit the notify button and hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. So do that. We'd really appreciate it there. We're on every podcast carrier out there: iHeartRadio, iNet Radio, Google Play. All the carriers out there for podcasts, we're out there. You can get us there. And let's see, we're somewhere else. I just don't know where we are. We're everywhere, to tell you the truth. But please hit the subscribe button if you can. And if you're out there on Twitch TV or one of the others, the only chat room I'm monitoring right now is our own chat room. It's an IRC chat room, and it's at w5kub.com. If you want to join our chat room, just go to w5kub.com. Click on chat up in the top right hand where it says chat, and you can join us there. I would really like to have you come in the chat room if you can. Now, our broadcast system here has a way that I can tie all these social medias into one. In other words, I could see everybody in different chat rooms all combined. I could see it here, but you guys would not see the people in the other chat rooms. Only I would see it there, and I could answer, of course. But I started to set that up last week, and it's so complicated. I decided to wait a few days before I do that. All right, so hey, tonight the show we're honoring our Veterans Day, our veterans out there. This is Veterans Day holiday, and we usually do it every year. And we got some veteran pictures, ham radio operators who are veterans. We didn't get very many this year. Usually we get a lot of pictures. We only got a few. We're also going to do some shack pictures tonight. Only got a few. I don't know what's going on with everybody out there. So I guess their cameras are broken or something. So we're going to do that. Glenn is going to be talking to us about a hamfest he went to this weekend. And I'm going to talk about, I have worked on so many antennas. I'm going to talk about an antenna I built. I'm having some trouble. And just to give you a hint, it's a resonant feed line dipole or a tuned transmission line trap. I don't know. That gives you a hint on what we're going to be talking about tonight. So let's jump around the room here real quick and see what's going on. We'll pick up Glenn here first. Hey, Glenn, come on in here. Tell us what you're doing, and don't talk about the hamfest yet. Well, we're not ready yet, but you can mention it. Go ahead, Glenn.
Yeah, had an interesting trip this weekend up to Nixa, Missouri for that hamfest I'm not allowed to talk about.
Well, he's sure not allowed to talk about it because his audio's cutting out. You know, I wonder, let me do this. I'm going to turn Twitch off.
Crazy.
I'm going to turn Twitch off. Here we go. I'm going to try to turn it off. I'm going to turn it off because tonight's the first night we've run Twitch TV. And I'm going to turn it off. I don't think that's causing a problem. We got plenty of bandwidth. Stop all, stop one. Let's see. Let me go to 4. Stop 4. Here we go. All right. Now we're only on X.com, Facebook, and YouTube.
I'm trying to get my screen centered because I rearranged my desk earlier this week. So
yeah, okay.
I'll have to go with that for right now. But yeah, had a really nice trip up to Nixa for the hamfest. That, like you say, I can't talk about, or otherwise you'll chop me off. Got Guido waiting in the wings on me. But ran into, or we'd actually scheduled a meeting, a long-lost second cousin, and we had dinner the night before the hamfest, so that was fun. Very pretty drive, as always, up there. Let's see. Still working around the house, getting down to starting to put the shack together and trying to get some stuff done. But this week, the hamfest was the big thing. And, of course, I just got in from the Faulkner County Amateur Radio Club meeting. So had to rush from there to get home, but I made it.
All right. Well, you need to tell them to change the time or maybe change the day of the week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And in return, we'll give them 5 minutes of airtime on our show.
I'll tell them that.
All right. All right. Well, very good. And what's that tower doing? Just laying in the yard back there?
It's laying in the yard right now. I've got to get somebody to come over and dig the hole and level the base, and then it's good to go because I can hook the rest up.
Okay, well, that's cool.
So just got to get the hole dug and the concrete poured, and then it's going to be good to go.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe you can get that done before winter hits.
Hoping to, but man, winter hit quick and hard this week.
You know, it's been in the 70s here. It got down below 30 here 2 nights ago, or was it yesterday? Yeah, it was think it was night before
was in
last.
the-
I don't know. It got
It was
down to
in the
30,
20s
man.
here. It was in the 20s here
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah. And it's a little warmer day,
feels
but
good.
the wind is really blowing out there, man. It makes it feel real cold,
But it's
man.
so nice not having to deal with that heat.
Yeah.
So,
All right. All right, let's jump over there to Brett and see what Brett's got going here. He's always got some exciting things he's working on.
Yep. Well, let's see. This last weekend, the most exciting thing that happened was I went to the NA0TC Tech Connect event, which is, once a year they have something called Tech Fest, which is an all-day event where they have lots of interesting speakers. Rob Sherwood was there talking about receiver specs and which of the ones in his famous chart of transceiver tests really mattered to you, and had a good time there. While I was in Denver, I also went and ate some good Asian food. And, winter is coming in here too. We've had now below freezing temperatures, and I have been working, I'll talk a little bit more about this later, on wiring up electric heat in a building which lost its boiler. And that's been interesting because I've had to engineer the entire electric heating system for the building, and that means making sure that all the circuits are capable of handling the load and wiring everything up very carefully, making sure it's all safe. I've had a lot of fun doing that, and because I don't want to cause a fire, but there has been in Laramie, Wyoming, a wildfire the last couple of days because it's been cold, but it has also been very dry. And so there's a lot of dead vegetation north of town, and apparently a wildfire got started, and that was we were getting lots of smoke in the area, and we're still not sure that it's all put out because it was last night the fire was raging, and then in the morning they say they had it at bay, but then this haystack that was in the area of the fire suddenly just went poof and went up. And we were all over town. We were having ash falling on us from that. So, hopefully by now they actually have it out. And in terms of ham radio stuff in general, I'm just I did one tweak on my antennas today. You may remember when I did the ham stick dipole some time back. That had gotten a little bit out of tune for the band, and so I adjusted the adjusted the little whips at the end of that to make sure that it was centered on the bands, and it's working again, and I'm out there DXing.
Well, that's great. I need to spend more time getting out there and doing DXing. Hey, I did listen to 9U1. I think that's the expedition that's going. I heard them yesterday, and I never called them, but I think I'm going to start doing some DX here. Start doing some operating, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got your people got heat over there. Is that right? They're
Yep. Well, I've been doing.
Warm. You got them warm.
Yep. I've been applying. Yeah, I've been applying things I have learned from ham radio and electronics to the project, which I can talk about a little bit later in the show tonight.
Okay. All right.
About how to get all the wires connected and make sure they're connected solidly and safely.
All right. Well, I was looking for a picture here since this is Veterans Day. I was looking for a picture of a stove we had. I was going to say you could use that. I can't find it. I've got it on Facebook here somewhere, but just a big old pot belly, nothing in it, no burners in it, and we burned JP4 in it. And we'd put a jerry can outside, run a hose inside. It would drip into this tank, and we'd light it. But the thing wouldn't last till morning. It'd always go out before morning, man. But you could use something like that. Very simple.
Well, we have a lot of people here with wood stoves and pellet stoves, but I don't know if anyone is trying anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well,
JP4 isn't all that much different from kerosene.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it didn't take off or anything like that. It just burns slow. I mean, and of course we always usually just went out when there was snow on the ground in the mob, and the neat thing about that though is when we had about 5 inches of snow, we'd put our tents up, and that potbelly, it would actually melt all the snow off inside the tent in about 3 or 4 days. But the nice thing about it is I'd carry a stash of groceries with me, so I wouldn't have to eat sea rations all the time, and I could take cans of Coca-Cola and stick them out under the edge of the tent there in the snow, and it was just like having a refrigerator right there by the cot, man. Yeah. Well, look, let's do this.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? Mark says we need a wick. We didn't have a wick, man. It just dripped in here, and we lit it, man. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
All right.
Now JP4 is jet engine fuel, right?
Yeah. That's what the JP stands for.
Yeah, that's
jet
what
plane.
I thought. Yeah. And so, you'd expect that to be pretty energetic. I don't know how combustible it was, but certainly once it got lit.
Yeah, it's like kerosene. It's not real. How do you say it? I don't know.
Little.
I don't think. I mean, it's not like explosive right there in the stove. I mean, I guess if you get a big mixture of it with air, you could probably have an explosion for sure.
Yeah,
like a plane crash.
60% gas and 40% kerosene.
Yeah.
So it's a little more volatile than regular kerosene, but it's still pretty hard to light.
Yeah.
You know, with sparks and stuff. You have to be deliberate.
Oh yeah. All right, let's do this. What time is it? It's 8:17. Hey, you want to talk about the hamfest you went to?
Sure.
We'll do that first tonight. Let me see if I can pull it up here. There we go.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of good pictures this time.
Yeah.
Got a lot of good equipment they had there.
Yeah. Let me see here.
This was actually one of those hamfests with just tons and tons of really good-looking older gear. And, I mean, there you go. There's a pair of the Heathkit monitor scopes. The one on the top looks a little worse for the wear, but the one on the bottom looks pretty good.
Well, that one on top, that's a 20-degree vector scope.
Yeah, that's for,
It's for measuring 20-degree vectors, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see the older radio right behind it there to the right.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a Hallicrafters behind it to the left.
Yeah.
It looks like the one I used to have.
We'll see better pictures of those.
Well, let me get the demerit thing here. I just have to do this. Put one demerit down for you because you took a vertical picture instead of a. This is video. This is video.
Yes.
You need to.
I'll start taking them horizontal.
You need to do it horizontal, okay? You just need to. All right.
Yeah. All right. From here on out.
All right.
There's that radio.
Yeah, and a Variac, nice Variac right there.
Yeah. Oh, they had a stack of those there.
Oh, did they? Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That nice price on the radio too. Looks like $25.
Yeah, I know what that is.
There you go.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's, it looks pretty good shape.
Yeah, it really is.
Did he have more tapes or just that one tape?
Just that one tape.
Yeah. Okay. For those out there watching, we're looking at a Morse code trainer, I guess. And it runs
that was kind of like what the FCC used to give you the tests back in the day.
Probably is. Yeah, and it runs on a paper tape with holes in it, and that somehow triggers the contacts through those holes, and it sends Morse code. And the old way, I guess that's before we had tape recorders.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like the paper tape from a teletype.
Yeah, it does. It actually does.
Yeah.
All right,
your
we got
ever-present
a antenna
Johnson
tuner. Antenna tuner. I've got one just like it out in the garage that Chris, my son Chris, is going to pick up. And in fact, there was a silent key here, and all his equipment was given to Chris. So I've got a whole area stashed out there with silent key stuff for Chris to pick up, and he's going to be here sometime around Thanksgiving, and got one of those tuners in it, just like it. All right, nice lighted there, nice and lit.
Yeah,
and,
very well lit.
I suppose.
And
I'm sure it was temperature controlled, heat or air.
yeah, it was very nice indoors.
Yeah.
And they had some great food too. They served breakfast and a lunch. Lunch was a barbecue. Breakfast was biscuits and gravy and coffee and stuff. All the coffee was free.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it was a nice ham fest. Looky there. That's almost every CQ magazine ever printed in the original binders.
Oh man. So
Wow.
is each binder, is that 1 year maybe
Yes,
or more? Okay.
1 year, yeah.
Boy,
I mean,
I've had so many CQs stack up. I've given away, thrown them away,
Oh, yeah.
But they're always good to go back and look at years later. There's always
Right.
articles to build stuff.
Some
it's
of
fun.
those things are timeless.
Yeah, it's fun. But now with the internet, a lot of stuff is online, like 73 magazine.
It's been archived.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. All right, now this right here, man, my heart starts beating here. You know why?
Yes.
That's my receiver. That's my novice receiver right there in the middle, man.
Yes, sir.
I just start getting a funny feeling all over looking at that thing. And, I told you last week I called Martin Jew. He's got one up on the shelf, and I said, Martin, I want that one. So I hadn't talked to Martin again lately. I've given him some time to think about it, but that's the Helicrafter's SX140 80 through 6 meters. And the nice thing about that was back in '64 when I got my license, my general license, you could, wait a minute, let me think about this. Man, that's a long time ago. I had my novice license. Of course, we could only work, 80, 40, and 15. 80, 40, and 15 CW. Could we work 6 meters? I think. Oh, I know what it was. I know what it was. I know what it was. I upgraded to tech. I had my novice and the tech at the same time, and that allowed me to work 6 meters AM and CW on the novice bands. That was kind of an interesting thing back then. And that radio happened to be 80 through 6 meters, and it worked out perfect. And then, of course, after I got my general license and advanced and all that, it did me good. And that little transmitter right to the left of it is a Helicrafter's transmitter that matches it. I think it's like a 40 or maybe a 60 watt transmitter, I think. Might be a little bit more. I don't know.
Then you got a nice national there on the right side.
Yeah. Oh
They had
man,
several
I could leave
nice
it on this
national- they
picture
had
all
a-
night, but we got to go.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty.
We got to go. All right.
This was the gentleman right next to me. He had some good Yaesu gear.
Yeah.
The one in the middle is a 3000, I believe. And then, not sure about the one on the left. I think it's a 1200.
Uh-huh.
But,
All right,
there
this
you go.
is some pretty interesting stuff. That's there. We got a Heathkit HF amplifier there, I think.
yeah.
I could use that. There's a Collins. Is that a tuner, or is that a? That's
I believe that's the amp.
Oh, is that the
Well,
amp? That's probably the
I think that's a
30L1 maybe. Let's see.
I think it was a 30L1.
The 30L. I think the 30L1 is a small little desktop like that, and the 30S1.
Yeah.
Or I may have them backwards. The 30S1.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's a 30L1.
The The 30S one is in a stand. It stands about 3.5 feet high, 18 inches wide.
Yeah.
And in fact, one of those was in this estate that Chris got, but Chris didn't want to keep it, so he sold it to a friend of ours. And a friend was wondering how he's going to get it. The thing weighs, that 30S one weighs about 350 pounds,
Yeah.
man.
They're not
He
light.
didn't know how he was going to get it in the car, man. It is heavy, man. Oh,
Yeah.
Transformer?
Then you've
yeah.
Make
Oh,
it
yeah.
heavy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's heavy, you know.
And then you've got an old Kenwood 7850 there on the right. That's a
Yeah.
2-meter
Yeah,
mobile.
yeah.
Or no, is that the no? That's a 735. That's a ICOM 735.
Okay.
Because I recognize the equalizer on the front panel. You very rarely find them with that plexiglass door on the front.
Yeah, that door breaks off
then-
right away.
Yeah.
And the other thing about those is that you have to check the battery because they have a memory battery in them that dies.
Yeah.
And when they do, the rig just doesn't work. Now down on the lower left, there was a Yaesu FT4X, which is a good HT. A little bit noisy, but I have one and it works pretty well.
All right. Oh, there's a matchbox. And let's see.
Yep. A lot of tuners and
Like
stuff there.
looks like an MFJ tuner below it. I
Yep.
guess.
And then you've got the TR switch there. And on the right there, on the bottom, that looks like a lightsaber. That's a thermal monocular.
I
So
don't know.
a little bit of everything here.
Yeah.
There's your NCX5.
Ah,
So, yeah. And the matching speaker.
Yep.
You don't see that very often. Good old Tempo 1. Don't see those very often.
Uh-uh.
And again,
Looks like the
matching
speaker got a little rust on it.
Yeah, but you don't see those matching speakers for a Tempo very often at all.
Right.
now,
Well, I
what's
see a
that?
vacuum. There's a
should have-
vacuum
I should have
cap,
turned
and
this. That's a vacuum variable capacitor. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what else is on there. Don't
Says
know.
it's
Is
a
that a
Jennings
servo
vacuum
that you
variable.
control it?
I could use that
Yeah.
in some of my antenna tuner projects. Most of those, I don't know why, but most of those are coming out of Russia. There's so many in Russia.
Yeah.
And that looks like it looks like a servo motor to operate it with limit switches.
It could be, yeah, yeah. And there's the
And there's a Yaesu FL2100 F amp, and of course the Heathkit amplifier,
yeah,
SB220. That's a 2 kilowatt.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, and there is the realistic DX. Looks like the DX. Was it a 150 or a 160? I'm having trouble making it out.
Let's see.
I can't tell.
I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can do something with it.
DX150.
Looks like a 150B.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the
And a Radio
Heathkit
Shack power supply.
1680.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's another Kenwood. There's a Kenwood 7850 there to the right, top right above the power supply. Like I said, there was a lot of good stuff here.
Yeah. That's cool looking. That display. Is
Yeah.
it looks like
He
what
had
is
the
that?
Display. That is the
Oh, yeah,
display from, I believe, the Yaesu to the right, which, if I'm not mistaken, is an FTX1.
It looks like
that's
three.
what
It looks
they're-
like 3-dimensional. You know, a 3-dimensional
Yeah.
band scope here.
Yeah,
Bandscope,
the FTDX1 has the 3D band scope.
Okay.
And, yeah.
That looks 3D to me. Yeah.
FTDX10.
It's kind of cool.
actually.
TS2000.
There's your
Isn't it?
TS2000, Tom.
Yeah, it's still pulling
Again,
a good
matching
price.
speaker.
It's
A
still
lot
pulling.
of these rigs had a matching speaker.
Hmm.
It's got a Cantronics KAM there to the right of it.
It's amazing how these radios like this are holding their price. The TS2000's got to
Absolutely.
be at least 20 years old.
Yeah, but it's a good radio. And it's one
Yeah.
of those do everything, all band, all mode type radios.
Yeah, it's VHF, UHF, HF. Yeah, yeah. I've got one. Don't use it, but I got one. Voltmeter maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Battery test. I don't. Let me see if I can do something here. Yeah. Yeah, volts. AC and
Thermovoltmeter.
DC.
Thermovoltmeter.
That's probably. I don't know if that's for just commercial use or maybe a school lab or something. I don't know. I remember in high school we used to have some meters similar to that.
Yeah, to correct for the effect of the temperature, multiply it by that factor. So, gosh, a temperature corrected voltmeter. Then there's another
FL
Yaesu
2100.
FL, and it works. 125 for an amp. That's not
What?
bad. I mean, it looks a little beat up, but
I've never
ain't
seen
bad.
an amp that cheap. Well, and it works. I mean,
I fully
I-
agree.
I sold a 3813 amp at the Memphis for $100, and I gave the guy 6 extra tubes. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's commercial built. Man, if I was there, I would have picked that up. Mm.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a
I don't know
it was a
what
hard
I don't know
thought
what I
for
would have
me.
done with it, but that's a good price if it works. That's got
Yeah.
either 811s or 572s in it, I think.
Yeah. So I'm saying there was a lot of good stuff there. There's a nice power supply there. It was free. I almost got that
What?
for
Free?
you, Tom.
Oh man. Did you pick it up for
Almost.
me?
No, I did not.
Did you pick it up for
I
you?
went to No, I went to pick it up and it weighed more than me, so I put it back down.
Man, that would have been a good power supply. That's not a switching supply there, man.
No, that's up
Yeah.
to 40 volts and 5 amps linear transformer. I thought about it long and hard, believe me.
Oh man.
Only
Man.
5 amps though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's probably a little bigger and a little heavier just to get the lower voltage. Probably
Yeah.
really not worth it,
Well, for free, it's always worth it.
Yeah.
but yeah. There you
Popular
go.
Electronics.
20 years of
I used to
Popular
take it.
Electronics.
I used to get that magazine. It had little articles you could build stuff.
We all
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
20 years worth for free. Right
Yeah.
there. Or not
Wow.
free. He did want for that, but still, that's a boatload.
Yeah, I remember Popular Electronics. I used to read it as a kid. They issued call signs. They weren't official call signs, but they issued call signs to SWLs.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, people still do that today. There's a lot of
Really?
Schroeder listeners out there.
There you go. There's some bird watt meters, early birds, $5.
Huh. That
And of
might
course,
be a good
Variacs.
deal. What's on the Variac there? What kind of price? Is that
$10.
$10? That's a good price.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, as you
I
can see,
started
that
Friday night. No, let's see, Thursday night. I was talking to Kathy, and I said, what do you think about driving up to Branson tomorrow morning? And we weighed everything, and we just decided not to do it, man.
Let me tell you what, it was a gorgeous drive. I enjoyed
Yeah.
the drive. But as you can see, when I walked up to that table, there were 4 of those Variacs. That gentleman there in the green shirt scooped up 3.
Yeah. What we got here?
And there's your communication monitor, a Ramsey communication monitor.
Yeah.
And then there's your ever-present tube caddy.
$50.
61, a set of 6146 is $50. That in and of itself is a steal.
Oh, I thought that was for the whole tube caddy.
It may be. You're correct.
I don't know.
But those 6146s, you know, Heathkit used those in their HW 101 and 100 series. That was a very common
Man, I
tube
tell
in
you,
their
tubes,
transmitters.
there's tubes can get expensive. This Alpha amp I've got here, it's got 2 tubes in it. They're $800 a piece.
Yeah.
Man, that's hard to think about.
Yep, 6L6 over on the right. That's a
Yeah.
good amplifier tube.
Yeah,
Yes.
we used to, back in the early 60s, we would build a transmitter with a 6L6, a single 6L6 of crystal.
Yeah.
And
That
that's
was a
what a
very
lot of
common rig,
novices,
yeah.
that's what a lot of novices used, you know.
Yes.
It's mainly used as an audio tube.
I mean, that was a nice caddy full of stuff. Then there's a nice old Knight VFO and a Hallicrafters SX96. I can't remember the last time I saw a Knight VFO.
Yeah. It probably drifts a lot.
$30.
I'd imagine it drifts,
Yeah, but still.
just like it did when it was new.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a Heath transmitter. I don't even know the model on that one. An AT1
let's see who makes it. A Heathkit.
Heath. Yeah. That's one of their very first. The AT1, according to the label on the top left.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right there. AT1. That was probably Heath's first transmitter.
Could be.
Pretty looking radio for what it is.
Yeah. We got some bugs here.
Yeah, a lot of bugs there.
In this estate sale Chris got, there's a bug in here. I played with it the other day. It's crazy, man. I can't use it. Oh, look, he's got 3 low-pass filters there.
Yep.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 bugs and
A keyer,
a
yeah.
key. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and as the tables cleared off, you found new stacks of junk. So,
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot
Yeah.
of cool stuff kept making it. Some more of those
TR
TR
switch.
switches.
What is this?
Yep. Back from the days when you had your separate transmitter and receiver.
Yeah, now back when I got my license, I
Those were Johnson switches.
you know, we used a knife switch to switch the antenna, and then we went to a relay, and then in the ARRL handbook there was a diagram for a TR switch. I think it used a 12AU7, maybe a 12AT7, one of those, and I built that up. It was pretty cool, you know. Look, it had the inputs just like that. You didn't have to flip nothing. It was just automatic. You just talk and you just listen, and it kept the power from going back in the receiver, you know.
And I got very lucky. I had the Heath HW16, which had the automatic break-in grid block keying, which was,
Yeah.
I didn't realize how sweet it was at that time, but it was nice.
Got some
There's
older
probably some of
radios
those,
here. Hallicrafter speaker.
Yeah, probably an All-American 5 there in the back.
It could be.
There's that Hallicrafter speaker.
Now that's
Viking.
A 6-in-2 transmitter.
that's a Viking. Yeah.
And the VFO for the 6-in-2. So you got the 6-in-2 with the matching VFO and the matching phone patch. I have never seen a Viking phone patch.
I ain't either. You got a rotary phone here?
There it is.
That ought to be worth a couple bucks.
And then they've
Yeah.
got a signal sentry there on the left, whatever that is. That's a full up Viking station right there.
Got some old signal generators.
Pair of Heathkit signal generators, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now you see why I like this Hamfest. It was just row after row. There's another scope and
Tube tester.
tube tester.
Yep. And a pair of
And looks like-
an old pair of earphones, man. You know those earphones there. You can unscrew the earpiece there, and it's got a little flat piece of tin that vibrates in there against the coil. Pretty cool. What is that thing?
It's a
That's
movie camera.
looks like a movie camera. Yeah,
Yeah. All
and a
right.
couple of
Probably
diplexers
an
in
8
front of it.
millimeter. It's got 3 lenses.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's our friend Daniel from the Spec 5 group.
All right. So those are
Fantastic stuff.
mesh network things. I'm still
Yeah.
contemplating whether I want to get one or not. I don't know what I'd do with it.
It's good for texting. I've got 2 here.
Yeah, who do you
And,
text? Who do you text?
Anybody that's on the channel.
Yeah.
And it's mesh networking in nixa. I was seeing stations all the way up to St. Louis and all the way down to Little Rock. And I
Man.
could talk to any of those that I wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. You know, it doesn't require a license. So a lot of your preppers and hunters and, you know, regular people out in the woods that don't have a ham license love to play with these things.
Yeah.
Then there's a case. They were practically giving those cases away.
Oh man, that'd be cool to
I
have.
was thinking about getting one and building a little Goda box in it.
Yeah.
I could use one of those.
What do we got here?
There's your every Hamfest Motorola porn vendor. That's actually a receiver voter.
There's
for
a volter
repeater.
there. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Don't see those very often.
Yeah.
There's another one
And
of those.
there's the,
That's the
Yeah.
that's the same. No, that's another 150B.
looks like the same one because it has
It
the
might be
same
the same
broken
one,
knob
'cause
in the
there's that
middle.
power
I don't know. We'll
supply.
see if we
Yeah.
start repeating here. No. Well, that may be the same one, but we're not repeating. All right. That's cool. Looks
Them
like we
bird
got
with
a
all of the elements.
all the elements and a dummy load and a bird.
Yeah,
You probably wanted
pretty
good
bird,
money for
very
that.
clean. Yeah. But he had more,
Wow.
and still more with the cases.
Have you seen the new bird? The new bird looks just like this, and it's got a analog screen here, but it's also a digital screen. It's got LED.
Oh no, I haven't.
It's
seen
got
those
an
yet.
LED. It's got an LED readout, or not LED, but you know, it's you can. It's a new model they got.
Yeah.
Mm. Globe Scout. Cool.
With
That's getting
the
old.
manual. Well, he printed it off the internet, but still.
Yeah. Now,
That looks like general coverage, but I don't recognize the.
That's a
Radio.
60 special.
I can't read the price. What's the price? 20? Is that a 20?
50. That's a 50.
No, that's not a 50.
Yeah, it
By
Is
is.
it? Oh, it's flipped up. We're reading it from the back side.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Oh, that's an NC. So that's national.
Yeah.
60
Yeah.
special.
Yeah, that's general coverage.
Yep. Oh, Now we're getting into some nice radio. I like it.
There's some.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just the
the
layout. I just like it, man. I.
It's a very pretty radio.
Yeah.
Yes, very pretty.
Now this one's ham bands only, just like the other.
Yeah,
150. That's
Yep.
probably a decent price.
that's not a bad price for a radio that looks as clean as that one does.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, 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 no.
Now there's the 140.
Yes, sir.
Man, oh man. I got that feeling again.
That may be a duplicate picture from earlier, but still.
I got that feeling again.
I had to get you a good close-up of that.
Oh, I'm out of breath. Gee whiz.
Yeah, isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. That's actually an ICO tri-band.
I think, well, we may be starting over. Let me see.
No. This
No?
is a new crowd picture.
Oh,
Those are
okay.
2 crowd pictures,
Okay.
just to show you how busy and how big it really was.
Yeah.
It was nice. You should have. Yeah, Mark is saying it. You should have gone to this fest.
Man, it just,
You would have been.
you know what? It was,
It's probably about a
it was-
6-hour drive.
yeah,
for you.
it showed a 5.5 hour drive on MapQuest.
Yeah.
And, you know, I could have gone from here across Arkansas and up from the south, or I could have gone to Springfield, Missouri, and then headed south. And both, and Springfield, Missouri was only like 8 minutes longer.
Yeah.
Well,
it was
you know,
a
Nixa's up close to Springfield.
Yeah, it's about 20 miles the other side of Branson.
Yeah.
Now, here's another one. You can plan for this one, Tom.
Where's
in
that?
April, OzarkCon is in Branson, and it's a 2-day hamfest.
All
So
right.
I can almost assure you a lot of this stuff will be there.
All right. I'll make it a point. We will go to that for sure.
I will be giving an Arduino forum at that hamfest as well.
Okay. I think
And that
that's the
was
last.
another thing.
I think that's the last
That may be
picture.
the last one.
Yeah, that's the last one there. So.
And I actually had 14 or 15 in my Arduino forum. We had a lot of fun with it. And I'll be doing a different one in Branson on April 3rd and 4th. And I'm sure a lot of that gear will be there, Tom. So, you know, bring your wallet, bring your truck, and bring your heavy lift.
All right. We'll do it. We'll do it, man.
Maybe they'll have that power supply from somebody else's table.
Yeah.
And like Mark says, you should have gone to this one, and I totally agree. You would have been drooling at every table.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was one of those ham fests. I wouldn't classify it as a big one, and it was relatively small, but every table had good stuff on it. I really enjoy. Now, to tell you about the deals and the pricing, I got a brand new Heil foot switch, still in the box,
Okay.
for $10.
Well, I see in it. I see in our Facebook group, or somebody posted a Hamfest 2025 Silver Springs. I wonder where that is. Anybody know where Silver Springs Radio Club is?
Well, Silver Springs, Maryland, or
I
which
don't know.
Silver Springs?
That's the problem about this Facebook stuff, or even Twitter or X. Somebody say, "Oh man, it's hailing here, man. You know, avoid this, and they don't say where they are.
Well,
So
What's the call? You can look them up and maybe stand a chance at figuring it out.
this is Saturday, December 8th. No, December 6th. But it's only a 1 day again. So Silver Springs. I don't know, man. I don't know.
What's their call?
There's no call. Just Silver Springs Radio Club. Just do a search on that. Oh, you know what's going to be down in Florida? I see a logo up there with the state of Florida in it. So it's going to be up the very top northeast corner, Silver Springs. It looks like.
Ocala. Yeah, Ocala, Florida.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I won't be going to that.
That's going to be too far for me.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to pull up some pictures here that I had. Hey, that was you did good, man. You got some good pictures there.
Other than a couple of those, I even got them at the right angle.
Yeah, okay.
Rotated the camera.
All right. Well,
I
cool.
actually walked around 2 or 3 times because as the tables cleared a bit, you could see better views
yeah,
of that stuff,
yeah.
which is why I went back and took a better picture of that Hallicrafters for you.
All right, well, we're going to get into, let's just move on now. We're going to get into some pictures here. We got a few shack pictures, and we got a few veteran pictures. Not many, probably 6 total. I've got some other pictures since this is a Veterans Day, celebrated day. I got some pictures here just to throw out there at people. I know we got some vets in the chat room here. Let's see. All right. Does anybody know what that is? Anybody know? That's how they used to pay me. They used to pay me that overseas. Yeah, that's how we got paid overseas, man. Funny money. They wouldn't give us real money. Yeah.
Well, that way you had to stay on base and not go out drinking.
Well, yeah. Well,
Where did you spend it?
Kind of, sort of. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Anybody in the chat room ever get
probably.
paid in MPC? Well, there it is, right there, man. But there was a lot of black market stuff, of course, going on, and that was that's to kind of avoid or to get rid of the black market, Let's see what else I got here. I got a few pictures here. Oh, anybody in the chat room remember that? I should have showed you a different picture first, man. Let me go over here real quick. Yeah, anybody know what that is?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
that's a hypodermic.
Yeah,
I was going to say that's a Type 2
still on it.
Yeah, that's they don't use that. I don't think they use that anymore. They probably hadn't used it in 40 years, but they used it when I went in, and we'd line up outside. I was there in the wintertime, and we'd line up outside, and we'd take our shirts off outside in the winter, and just be in our t-shirts. And you went in one door and you came out another door, and everybody coming out the other door had blood running down their arm, man. But but I went in there. I went in there, and the guy that was shooting that thing, he actually was shooting at a fly on the wall with that. So you can see there was some waste to this, and I don't know. If I was a congressman, maybe I could have tried to save some waste there. Let's see what else we got here. There we go, right there, in the short sleeve and coming in, and they usually get you on both sides, that didn't bother me. The only thing that bothered me, I didn't want to get the square needle. And if any of you guys in the chat room know what I'm talking about, nobody wanted the square needle. Oh man, that was bad, man. Let's see what else we got here. Hey, let's talk. World War II was over. Look at that. Do you believe that, man?
Wow.
That's an actual picture. Where did they sleep, man?
They'd be hearing from the fire marshal.
Where did they sleep? I didn't even know a ship could hold them.
Oh, they probably didn't sleep on the way home. They were so happy.
I think it took a week and a half, 2 weeks at least to get back here, And man, look at that. But you know what? Every one of those guys on there are happy that they're on that ship.
Oh yeah. That
could sink any minute, but they're all happy that they're coming home, man.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Wow.
Oh man. Wow. Yeah. And of course we got Thanksgiving coming up. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday of the year. Man, I love we eat chicken and dressing, not turkey and dressing, but I've always had chicken and dressing, man. And oh man, I can't wait to have some more. But anyway, those guys right there might not get to come home. And I missed a few holidays myself when I was overseas. Let's see, we've seen that. And has anybody ever experienced that? That's what the military was like back in the 60s, 70s, right there. That's what it looked like there.
Believe it.
And I don't know, man. And in our barracks when I was going through basic, I think we had like maybe 4 toilets like that, and 3 of them were off limits. We had to scrub and clean the place every single day, and spotless because they were inspected every single day. So we only had one that we were allowed, that we set the rules up. We only got one of these. Nobody used the other ones.
Yeah.
Oh man. And back to the money right there. Okay, so let's do this. Let me see if I can pull up our veterans pictures here. And I'll start. I started it on a Facebook group with. I started it with by posting my picture. My shirt doesn't fit anymore. Of course, this was 10 years ago. No, this was 14 years ago. But I think it still won't fit right there. But anyway. We didn't get to have all of, the nice camouflage fatigues they have today that look so pretty. We didn't have that kind of stuff. We just had one color, man. Look at that. It's terrible. I went the wrong time. But anyway, there I am, and let's see if anybody else posted underneath here. Let's see here. Okay, we got something from Mark there. Mark said, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Yeah. And let's see. There's a picture there of Bob Harrell, HA5C, in Spain. And even back then, he was a ham, K6VKC. Cool. Here's a picture of Katie Compton, Staff Sergeant, United States Air Force, retired, taken just prior to going to the 8th Fighter Wing, Kusan Air Base, South Korea. I think Kusan, I may be wrong, I think Kusan was down to the very bottom tip of Korea. If I'm not mistaken, that may have been Pusan, but this is Kusan. I don't know where Kusan is, to tell you the truth. I was up just south of Seoul. I was about 30, 40 miles south of Seoul, up closer to the northern part toward the DMZ. And let's see. All right, let's see if I can find some more there. I think we have 1 or 2 more. There we go right there. Jason Speltz, maybe. It looks like. I guess it's a veteran picture. I can't tell if that's a uniform or not. But anyway, hey, looks like he was a chef maybe. And let me tell you, I was watching a show the other day in this aircraft carrier. It had like 5,000 people on it. And 3 meals a day, 5,000 people. That is a lot of food.
Amen.
Man. And I've got a sneeze coming on, guys, so I'll try to mute it if it happens. Anyway, yeah, hey, 15,000 meals a day, man. And they gave out all the statistics, how many thousands of pounds of potatoes they would get and how much meat they would get. And oh man, it was amazing. It was like a 30-minute documentary on a aircraft carrier and all the things that it did. It's a city, man. It is a real city. In fact, my little town I grew up in only had like 1,300 people. Oh man. Let's see if there's another one. That may be all the veteran pictures we got. Tell you the truth, we didn't get many. That's for sure here. All right. So, hey, before we go do the shack pictures, Brett, go ahead and talk to us about what you've got there. Tell us, tell us all about it.
Okay, well, as I mentioned, I've been we're working on designing a heating system for a building, the boiler quit. And so I've been putting together the electrical system that's necessary to use electric heat because the big old boiler has an asbestos jacket. We don't dare touch it. It's going to stay there as a hulk, unused in the basement forever. And we still need to heat the place. So we were working on wiring, and I discovered some things about connecting wires together that I didn't know. That sort of draw on my experience with ham radio and also some new stuff. So I'd like to show off some things about how you connect wires, and I'll share the screen so we can go ahead and do that. Um,
You know what? I had the
Here we
wrong.
go.
I'm sorry. I had the wrong name up here, man. I had Glenn's name up here, and I know you don't want to be Glenn.
No, well, I don't.
Yeah, he does.
I don't
Everybody
know.
wants to be.
I don't know. It might be nice, what I was sort of an electrician, and these are the traditional way of connecting wires together. You know, they're wire nuts, and you can see they come in different sizes. If you want to see what kinds of combinations of sizes of wire you can put in them, there's lots and lots of fine print on the back of the package. One from column A and two from column B, etc. It's like a Chinese menu. And the problem with wire nuts is that you're pushing the wires up in there and you tighten it down and you can't really tell how well you did because it's opaque. And so you've got these wires in there, and especially if you're connecting a stranded wire to another stranded wire or a solid wire, you don't know if you broke off some of the strands. You don't know how well they're twisted together. I started when I was doing all kinds of electrical connections using just these, and well, there's a lot more out there. And what I learned was that these are now getting to be kind of old-fashioned. There's now a lot more ways to connect wires together. So I went when I was picking up parts at Home Depot. I went ahead and looked at some of those other ways. And here's an example of one of the connectors that they're coming up with now, a newfangled connector. These are from a company called Ideal, and these are called in-sure connectors, and they're called that because you push the wires in, and they lock in. They're very hard to get out once you lock them in. And these are very good. They're a lot smaller than the wire nuts, so they fit better in the boxes. And these supposedly will work on wire sizes from 12 gauge all the way down to 24 gauge. So yeah, you could take you could take Cat 5 in theory and splice it with this. Although I don't know whether you'd get you get some problem with reflections off the connection. But this one takes 3 wires up to 12 gauge, and it supposedly has a capacity of 20 amps. So that's a a lot. It can have a lot of current, and what it's got is it's got this bus bar with little springs that lock onto the connectors, lock onto the wires, and they connect everything together. And what's more, when you push the wires through, if you give them a little extra length, they come out the back where you can see them through the transparent plastic. So you know you've made a connection because you can see them coming out the back. So these are kind of nice, but the problem is they are permanent. You put something in, you can't change your mind, and they also they latch on. If you decide that you want to move something or whatever, good luck, because you practically have to break the thing in order to get the wires out. So I looked at those and I tried using those, but they were a little bit awkward. And so then I found sort of the next new thing, which actually I plan to be using in some of my electronic projects in the future, which is what they call lever nuts. And I'll show you what those look like. These are lever nuts. And these are sort of like the push-in connectors, except that they don't latch onto the wire until you close this lever on the top. And you can see that you can see that they come in different sizes. You've got the anything from two conductors up to like 2 rows of 6 each. And so you've got a wide variety of these. And one thing that's also kind of cool about these is that you're allowed to leave the ports empty, and it still meets code. So that if you're doing electrical wiring with these and you have plans for the future where you think you might want to add something to the circuit, it's perfectly okay to leave 1 or 2 of these levers with no wire underneath it. And then you can come back later and attach things to it, and that's just fine. They're also good for connecting the ground wires together. There are some places where the electrical inspectors will insist that you connect the ground wires together with some different kind of connector than just a regular wire nut. Well, these are generally accepted for connecting the grounds as well as the hot wires and the neutral wires, so it's very handy that way. So these particular ones with the orange levers are called Wago connectors. That's the brand name. And here's a close-up of them. You can see they have a strip gauge on the side, and the levers go up and down, and when you put them down, they lock in the wire. And they also have a little bit of transparent plastic behind the bus bar, so you can make sure that the wire went all the way through. So these are kind of cool. As a matter of fact, they make not only in different sizes but also in different configurations of different shapes. This is an inline connector that's made by Wago. So if you have a wire that just goes on from where you spliced it, this is very handy because, well, it's not as awkward. The wire doesn't have to curl around it. It's you can just put this in line. So if you're doing something like wiring a wire into into an electrical panel, and oops, you cut it a little bit too short, you can splice with this, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of room. Now these lever connectors were such a good idea that that people were gonna copy them, and so another company called Ideal came out with an improved version of this kind of connector. And this is this is made by the same company that made the push ends I showed before, only this is a lever connector. And as you can see, this one also has ports where you can push in the wires and levers to snap them down. But it has a couple of improvements over the Wago. First of all, it's unlike the Wago, it allows you, if you are just putting in a nice straight solid wire, it allows you to just push it in just like you would with the the permanent pushing connectors, but it still does let you release them if you go ahead and open this lever. It does still have the transparent part in the back where you can see whether you made a good connection, and the levers are on the other side from the wire. And this is handy because when you're fumbling around with putting the next wire in, it's all the way over on the other side. You're not as likely to release a lever unintentionally, and this is very handy because of that. These are probably a little bit safer than the Wagos. Now this one goes up to 12 gauge wire, but we hams often do low voltage, high current connections. Sometimes we go up to 30 or more amps when we're like powering a transceiver. And so both Ideal and Wago have other connectors which are rated for up to 10 gauge wire. And 10 gauge wire will handle about 30 amps worth of current pretty well. And so they all have these heavier connectors that will handle that. But the Wago inline connectors that I showed before, the ones that just go straight through, for some reason, they don't have those in a 30 amp size, in one that'll handle 10 gauge wire. They only have them for 12 gauge wire. And so if you want to have a high current connection, well, they really aren't suitable for it. But some people use it for that anyway. And I wanted to show an example of what people are doing with them. This is a cool idea, but it kind of exceeds the capacity of the Wago connectors. On eBay and on Etsy, there are several ham radio operators selling these. Now you can see what this is. It's a pair of Anderson power pole arranged in the Aries Races configuration. This is used by a lot of hams to power radios, and they are spliced together with a piece of wire in the middle and some shrink wrap over the top, or some heat shrink over the top, to some inline Wago connectors. And this is really cool. But the problem is those are 45 amp power poles and only 20 amp Wago connectors. And so if you're operating, if you are drawing 30 amps for a 100 watt transmitter through this all the time, well, you're probably going to exceed the capacity of the Wago connectors, and it might get hot or burn out or cause other problems. Fortunately, it's very rare to have a duty cycle of 100% on a ham radio. Even FT8 is about 50%. And so it winds up being acceptable to use these. They don't tend to overheat, but you should be wary of the fact that if you are doing something like RTTY and you're transmitting continuously, this might heat up. It might not be a great idea to use this particular configuration.
Now, how do you know they're using the 45 on this? Is it in the text of the ad?
It's in the text. If you go through the,
Okay.
if you go through, they've got a whole series of pictures which I can bring
because
up.
you can get the power poles with 15 or 30 amps as well.
Yep, that's
The
true.
45s are
But
actually not very common.
Yeah, well, the 15s and the 30s and the 45s all have the same plastic shell.
Correct.
And the only difference is the contact on the inside, how heavy duty the contact is.
Right.
So, yeah, it's true, they could use the lower ampacity power poles, but then you have an even more chance of having trouble with things overheating. So that's not good either. So I would say be careful of these if you're going to use, especially if you're going to use something like one of the new 200 watt radios like the IC7760. You're going to use something that draws a lot of power. Take care if you're considering using something like this, because it may or may not be safe. And that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. It's one thing that I have learned is that from now on, whatever I'm doing, when I'm connecting stranded wire to anything, I am probably going to be using lever nuts, because I've had so much trouble, even with connections that are made by professional electricians, where they twisted a stranded wire into a wire nut and they just didn't do a good enough job on it, and it came out and shorted to the box and made a big spark, blew a circuit breaker, literally melted the wire nuts. Because even though they thought they did it right, you really can't tell what's under that wire nut. So it's I'll be using these for anything that involves stranded wire where I'm not actually soldering stuff together.
So what's
Now,
the
how
preferred
long-
way? What's the preferred way to use the wire nuts? I've seen people not twist, say take 3 number 14 wires, not twist them together, just stick them up in a nut and spin the nut on there. I personally would twist them together and then screw the nut on it. Well, what's the preferred way, you think?
Well, the manufacturers of wire nuts all say on the label, don't twist them in advance, don't pre-twist. Let the wire nut do the job of holding them together. But I also know old-timey electricians who say, we don't trust that, go ahead, you better twist them together before you put the wire nut on.
Yeah.
So opinions differ on what the best thing to do is. I just think that these lever nuts beat them all, because no matter what you do with the wire nut, whether you twist it or not, you can't see you can't see how well you did. And
Exactly.
I like the visual verification that you did it right. I also love the fact that you can detach one wire without unscrewing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you take a wire out, you need to go to a smaller wire nut, and that can be a pain in the neck. With lever nuts, you don't have that problem. And again, you don't really have a good way of leaving everything intact and adding a wire. The lever nuts that have, where you're allowed to have an empty port, you can add a wire without disturbing anything that was done before. And so what I'm doing, especially when I'm wiring electric heaters, and electric heaters tend to have stranded wire. I'm using the lever nuts because I can see that the stranded wire went in. I can see that there are no stray strands. I don't have to worry about their breaking inside. The only thing that's tricky is that some of the lever nut manufacturers do not certify their lever nuts for thinly stranded wire. If it has like 19 or more strands, they say on the package, don't use this for that kind of wire. But most stranded electrical wire doesn't have that many strands and is perfectly okay.
Now, how does it work? Can you put more than one wire in one port? Or is it
No.
one
No,
port
that's
per wire?
with lever nuts, you can't put more than one in one port. If you
Okay.
wind up needing more ports than you got, then what you do is you release all the levers, you pull it all out, you get a bigger one.
Okay, so
And
you
that's a
can't
good
put
reason.
multiples.
Yeah. And some of them, they don't come in every number. For instance, the ideal ones come in 2 and 3, and then they don't have 4, they jump to 5. And then they have,
Now,
and then they have a 6, which has 2 rows of ports in them, one above the other. So sometimes you have to, in order to get enough, you have to wind up with some empty ports. But again, that's cool.
Yeah.
There isn't any problem because there's no exposed conductor, and it's safe to have that.
One more question. How do you feel it compares stranded versus solid? Is there a difference, or it's equal as far as reliability and feel on that?
I'm finding that it's the most reliable thing for stranded. When I put together these connections with the stranded wires, I've had joints where I put a wire nut on them, where it turned out, even if you lead the stranded wire over the solid wire like you're supposed to do, it really didn't twist together very well around the solid wire like you thought it was going to. But with the lever nuts, you can always see that you made a good connection to the bus bar. So I have never had a bad connection yet with a stranded wire going into a lever nut. And that's sold me on them.
Absolutely, yeah.
And again, it can go down to tiny wires. This isn't just, these are certified for house wiring. They go up to 600 volts. But you can use this on very low voltage stuff. And it's just really handy to do that. You can use it in a car.
Yeah.
And it's good stuff.
Well, all right. Thank you for showing us that. I'm going to go out and buy me some.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have started using those. I guess that's relatively new.
I hadn't heard
They've
of
been
them.
around a few years, I guess, but
Yeah. Well, there were some older ones from Wago that weren't
Yeah.
very popular that were opaque. And that was the first generation. They were gray plastic with little orange levers. And they were pretty good, but they're nowhere near as good as the ones that you can see through and just really be sure you got everything right.
yeah. All right.
So I think people really started becoming enthusiastic about them when they could see that their connections and verify that they were correct.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right. Well, let's everybody take just a quick break. We'll be right back in just a minute. Icon's IC7760 is a pinnacle of base station excellence for amateur radio enthusiasts. Designed to deliver unmatched performance, the IC7760 features state-of-the-art technology, exceptional RF clarity, and an intuitive interface, all housed in a sleek and durable design. This base station features a separate remote control head and RF deck, providing enhanced flexibility for installation. Place the RF deck closer to the antenna feed point, freeing up space on your desk. You can also connect a control head to the RF deck through your home network, enabling remote operation from anywhere in your home without needing a PC. Pair the IC7760 with a powerful IC PW2 linear amplifier and take your contesting experience to the next level with ICOM's industry-first linear amplifier. Together, they redefine what's possible in amateur radio. For more information about ICOM's amateur radios, please visit icomamerica.com/amateur. All right, well, man, we just about filled up our time tonight, and I had a couple other things to even talk about, but we didn't get a chance to talk about them tonight, but that's okay. That just means we've got something we can talk about next week. I was going to talk a little about some antenna building projects. You know, I've got something around here that's causing me, when I put the analyzer on different antennas that I'm trying to build, I'm getting a resonant frequency of something like 13.9 megahertz. Just about on everything. Something is generating that, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Your coax length, maybe?
Coax length could do that, but I've got various different antennas that I'm playing with that give me that same indication. You know, another thing that I'll mention here is, you know, the old dirty balun that you wind, you know, like 6 or 8 turns of coax in a coil, you know. I have found that how do I say it? It's not great. I can put an antenna out there and put, you know, 6 or 8 turns of like 4-inch diameter coax out there, and SWR goes crazy. I can take 1 turn off and SWR will get really good. So the number of turns actually cause a problem. And you see all these projects on in the books and on the net show, you know, use 4 to 8 turns or 6 to 7 turns, or everybody uses a different number of turns, and it's not easy knowing what to do there. And I put a commercial balun on there, and it worked just great. It didn't, you know, it worked great. I don't know what the difference was, you know. I imagine this one had ferrite cores in it, you know, the beads or whatever. So
that's what I use. Yeah. I use a lot big hunking ferrites on the outside of the coax, and then I cover them with electrical tape.
Yeah.
What if it's a slight difference in the ferrite material versus the commercial versus the individual?
Yeah. John's asking, why would you splice Cat5 data cables together? They hate splices. You must, hey John, I don't know if you saw our show or not, but we cut some Cat5 cables in half, and we actually used telephone button wire, and we used lamp cord, like 5-foot pieces, to splice all that together, and it worked pretty good. It did cause some limitations, but it still works. So hey, here's the deal, man. Just remember this: if the enemy's attacking, and your Cat5 gets cut, you can splice in a piece of lamp cord, and it will still work. Just remember that.
Yeah, well, and of course, you know, not everything is. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Cat5 is nothing more than twisted pair cable. It's not shielded. It's not anything. It's just twisted pair. So it's not as critical on impedance and stuff as a coax would be.
Also, you might not be using it for Ethernet. You might be splicing something like a control cable. You might be splicing your rotor cable, which is, by the way, one of the applications where these lever nuts would probably come in very handy.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
You know, anything else that you're running out of your shack might be it might be handy to use them because, well, you can change your mind and you can change your connections quickly.
So
Where's the best place to get those?
you can buy them at Lowe's or anywhere, I would imagine.
Oh, okay.
Home
I
Depot.
haven't seen them. I haven't looked.
Amazon.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey
I'm
guys,
going to
here's
Home
the
Depot tomorrow
here's
anyway.
the antenna I was talking about tonight. One of the antennas I was playing with. And I thought this will make a really good antenna. This will make a really good 20-meter antenna. This is a half-wave dipole, and I could pull it up. I can pull it up to say 60 70 feet in the air, and it requires no radios. And it's called. I never really knew this. It's called a T2LT, and I always knew it as a coaxial or a sleeve dipole, where you actually you have the top quarter wave sticky there. You take the shield off of it, or what I did, I just added a piece of wire quarter wave tall, and then what I did on this is for the shield there, the quarter wave, the other half, I actually took a shield off another piece of RG8 and slid it over this and soldered it right there at the center point to give it a sleeve down the outside of that jacket, which should have worked fine. And then you put your dirty choke at the bottom. The problem is to tune that thing. It's very difficult to move that bottom point. If you need to remove 2 or 3 inches, it's all coax and you can't really remove it. Now, one of the articles I saw here mentioned that this is an end-fed antenna, and I disagree with that. This is not an end-fed antenna. That coax goes up through the center, and it's a center-fed dipole. Let's see, I may have another picture here or two. There's the dirty choke, of course. There's a dirty ballon that the guy built. I say they're not good to use. It can cause problems. You just have to work through them. But here it is. This is a sleeve. You can actually slide a sleeve made out of copper pipe over your shield there and solder it at the top, and it makes a vertical dipole. And your coax actually runs up through the center of that pipe up to the center of that antenna right there. So it's a dipole. It's a half-wave dipole fed at the center.
Well,
Yeah, you
now,
might
wait a
call it a
minute,
single
Tom.
bazooka.
You might call it what?
A single bazooka, because a double bazooka is 2 of those connected together.
Yeah, I think. But on a double bazooka, don't they tie the center and the shield together in places?
I think they do in the middle.
Yeah, I think so.
So link the 2 bazookas, make it a double bazooka.
Yeah. So this is actually, if you look up T2LT, that's this antenna. It's supposed to be good for DX. A vertical antenna, half wave. You could pull it up under a tree limb, 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet. It ought to work good. Another name for it, I've seen it called resonant field line dipole. That's one name. And another name you find it under is a tuned transmission line trap. I don't know about that. Now, I don't get into stuff like TSSLTT. That stands for top secret stuff like that there.
Well, now here's something else, Tom, and that's you've got that braid underneath the insulator of the coax,
Yeah.
and there's going to have to be some interaction between that and the external braid as well.
Yeah, well, look, if you don't put the external braid on there or a pipe on there, you still make that bottom half there a quarter wave, and you put that choke there, that dirty choke.
Yeah.
And that dirty choke makes that bottom half just a quarter wave.
Yeah,
but
correct.
I tell you, it's almost impossible to put that choke in the right place, because if you need to trim that thing 2 or 3 inches up or down, I mean, you could have a connector there, but then you'd have to redo your connectors.
Yeah, but if you do it that way with the inner shield and the external shield tied to it, you actually have 2 lengths on that leg and the 1 length on the inner conductor leg. So that's almost like an off-center fed.
Yeah. I've made one of these.
Because the
but I
choke
did
cuts
not
off
put,
the RF.
Yeah. I've made one of these for 2 meters, but I did not go ahead and put any extra shield on it because, well, Gauss's law says that your shield is really sort of like two conductors. The inside and the outside
Yeah.
are almost like they're two different parts. The inside has to, the inside has to neutralize all of the electric fields and everything else that come out of the center conductor. The outside can radiate, and you don't need another. You shouldn't actually need another shield over that to make another element, because the external surface of the shield ought to do that for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it looks like you got a physical feed point and you got an electrical feed point there in the center. So
Right.
that's interesting about that antenna.
Yeah, and what I found when I made the one for 2 meters was that it had enough bandwidth that it wasn't that finicky. I mean, I tuned it with an SWR meter and got it really close to the center of the band, but I didn't really have to, because the SWR didn't increase that much when you got away from the center.
Yeah, there's how you figure it out there in the summary. It's a physical end fed, but electrically center fed.
Yeah. So I've got one pretty much working out there. I trashed the one with the coax on the outer shield. I trashed it. I was building this out of RG8. I trashed it. And I got me some RG8X, which is a lot easier to deal with. It's more flexible and smaller. So I built it out of RG8X and rolled the dirty ballon at the bottom. And it's got a fair SWR right now, and it's almost a 1 meg wide. I mean I can go almost a whole meg with an SWR of less than 2 to 1, and which is real good. Like for 20 meters, that covers the entire band. But there have been articles where they would actually use a pipe or something to go over that bottom half, the bottom quarter wave. So there's got to be some kind of interaction between the coax inside that bottom pipe or bottom outer shield. There's just got to be.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a mysterious 13.948. I get on a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah.
And you know what? Changing the number of turns on that dirty ballon changes that number right there.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you put a dummy load at the far end, will you still see something at 13 megahertz or so? Because if it is, it means that something in the feed line is giving you that.
No, resonance. I've tried it. I put a dummy load out there on it, and it's just, it's just perfect. With on the analyzer 1-to-1. At 50 ohms, so yeah. In all the studying, it mentioned that like a half wave piece of coax could cause issues like this, but
yeah, I'd try a different length of coax.
Yeah, well, yeah.
See if it changes with a different length of coax.
But I built it out there out of that RG8X. Now here's the problem. I need something that'll run high power. Like a 800, 900, 1,000 watts. I'm feeding it out there with like LMR 400 and RG8 and stuff like that. But the antenna there, I built it out of 8X. That's the smaller coax. I wonder if that 8X as the antenna part, if it would handle a kilowatt. What do you think?
Barely.
Not with 8X, no.
I've run a kilowatt on 8X before, and I'm thinking that if it's just the antenna and not the feed line, that it might be okay.
Yeah, I'd rather see it done with 8X, or I mean 8.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to stay with the
that larger
current
center conductor.
Yeah. You try to wind that ballon or or whatever it's called there with 8. That stuff's pretty heavy, man. It takes a lot, man.
Oh, that's going to be some work, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll try to post these pictures. They're requesting I post them in the Facebook group here. we'll do that a little later. There's I tried to balance in a like a 4 or 5 inch diameter. I built there, and I thought, okay, let me change it. So I went to another plan, which is like a 2 inch diameter pipe, and wound it there. Different turns, tried a lot of different things. Anyway, that's something interesting I've been playing with, and I've got so many different antennas up out there. I got a lot of them down right now because my tree company is supposed to be coming back here and cleaning out some dead limbs and a couple dead trees and stuff. So I took some of them down, but I'm hoping that before winter hits, I can get a few more antennas situated out there. I'm gonna leave up my extended double ZEP. It's up about 90 feet, 172 feet long, and it's fed with open line down to the bottom with the 1.5 kilowatt tuner. It works great. It'll work any band. And I also have a loop, a 40 meter full wave loop standing vertically, and I just checked it again the other day, and SWR is just perfect on 40, 20, 15, 10, even down to 6. It's just perfect. So with those two antennas, I can work any band, but I just wanted to get this 20 meter dipole up. I thought, vertically polarized, it might be interesting to play with. And I've never really built a resonant antenna for 24 megs or 18 megs. I just built one out in the garage today, and I'm going to put that up there. So I'll have a resonant fan dipole that I can run full power into on 24 megs and 18 in case I want to get on there. I could use the tuner and tune the extended double ZEP, but I'm going to go ahead and put this fan dipole up. All right. Well, guys, we're just about out of time here. Thanks for everything, and thanks to everybody for tuning in and watching. And you've been watching Amateur Radio Roundtable, a show about ham radio, shortwave, electronics. Did I say amateur radio, ham radio? Join our Facebook group. We've got a great Facebook group of about 15,000 people. It's called W5KUB. Just search for W5KUB under Facebook, and you'll find it, and we'll approve it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, if you will. Hit the notify button. It doesn't cost you anything. We really appreciate it, and we'd like to hear from you. Send us an email to tom@w5kub.com. tom@w5kub.com. We'll say good night, 73 to everybody. We had a good time tonight, and we will see you next week. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't start right. Why didn't it start right, Glenn? You never start right.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.